Good evening. My name is Aaron Horth. I'm with the Office of Planning and Economic Development. I have with me Krista Colas, Operations Coordinator of the Office of Planning and Economic Development. I'll be presiding over this meeting, and I am calling it to order now. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight's meeting is to discuss the Consolidated Annual Performance Report for the Housing and Urban Development Department. The goals and outcomes of this year's Consolidated Annual Performance Report describe the activities undertaken by the city during the program year 2021. That program year begins July 1st of 2021, ends June 30th, 2022. Covers the Community Development Block Grant and the Home Investment Partnership funding. Is annual entitlement from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. This report maintains compliance with consolidated plan regulations. The report measures the progress and accomplishments achieved in alignment with the goals and objectives described in the 2021 Action Plan and the 2020 through 2024 Consolidated Plan. In regards to affordable housing development, the city funded $200,000 of home funds allocated for the new development of affordable housing units. A portion was reserved for nonprofit developers who qualify as community housing development organizations, CHDO, or CHODOs. $1 million commitment was made to Nehemiah's $1.2 million new housing development plan, which will create 40 rent-to-own affordable housing units. $800,000 of home funds were allocated to Park Avenue Apartments for the development of 23 units over a 2-year grant period by city ordinance. The city continues to work with developers to underwrite their proposed projects. Growth International, a community housing development organization, completed their 1009 4th Street project in October of 2021. It's rehabilitated 4 units. All are currently occupied and have been made affordable. The units house 7 low to moderate income tenants. There was $28,000 allocated for another CHODO project with an application for assistance currently under review. Regarding homeowner rehabilitation, the Home Deferred Loan Program provided $361,106 to fund moderate rehabilitation of approximately 10 single-family dwelling units owned by qualifying low and moderate income families. These are 0% deferred forgivable loans. 5 homeowners were assisted. The Minor Home Repair Program offered $130,000 for minor and emergency home repairs. Block grant funds are granted to low to moderate income homeowners in this program. Correcting building code deficiencies and other minor repairs that threaten the health and or safety of the homeowners. 17 homeowners have received assistance. Skill Ramp Program, operated by the Springfield Center for Independent Living, received $80,000. This was to install ramps and make other accessibility improvements to low-income homeowners with accessibility issues. 4 homeowners were assisted. In regards to economic development assistance, $600,000 of block grant funds were for economic development assistance to local businesses to help. This expanded economic opportunities for low and moderate income persons and programmed $400,000 of CARES Act as well to economic development. 38 businesses received assistance. In addition, through the City Water, Light, and Power, the city's utility, provided 2 months of utility assistance to over 135 businesses. 6 parklets were also installed. Facilities and infrastructure. $560,571 were allocated to projects. Due to continuing delays in the construction industry, completion deadlines have been extended. The City of Springfield's public facility projects include the Phoenix Center, the Outlet, the Springfield Center for Independent Living, or SKILL, the Springfield Project, or CAP 1908, several projects in the pre-development stages, and potential projects, including business support on the East Side target area, HVAC upgrades for an after-school center, and the acquisition and rehabilitation of a community center as part of a teen empowerment zone that will provide after-school and summer programming toward personal growth and potential job opportunity training programs. Funds for the Springfield branch of the NAACP Center HVAC system allowed students back in the classroom for the Back in School, Stay in School program. $1,000 hotspots to Springfield School District 186 were provided so that low-income student families could have remote learning and internet access. The City and the School District 186 were in partnership with Bloomberg Harvard Data to track initiatives and launched a COVID-19 dashboard. The dashboard provides up-to-date insights to COVID-19 positive cases within District 186 that encompasses 13,000 students. This allowed District 186 to safely, confidently reopen in March 2021 using data analytics and is being utilized during the 2021-22 school year. Regarding homeless shelter operations, $477,934.64 through a substantial amendment for the Salvation Army were allocated in block grant public service funds. This was to provide emergency overnight shelter to men and women, ensuring all clients using the emergency shelter were referred to coordinated entry and support services and given the opportunity to enter housing that they are eligible for as housing resources become available. The shelter expended $190,868.35 in reimbursable funds. The city issued a grant extension to utilize all funds set aside for this activity. Due to the inability of other agencies to provide services, Salvation Army Shelter operated 24/7 and became a facility to safely quarantine homeless. The remainder of the budget will be used to support the operations of the Salvation Army Safety Net Low Barrier Shelter. The Winter Warming Center provided services up until April 21st, or April of 21. The center is funded through most of the 2022 winter. Regarding public services, $130,000 of block grant funds and the remaining 2020 COVID public services funds were allocated to support local nonprofits in their efforts to provide public services to low and moderate income persons in the city. The city provided grants to Land of Lincoln Goodwill Good Guides, who served 20 low to moderate income youth, the Young Adults Mentoring Program, Compass for Kids, who served 122 low to moderate income children, Fifth Street Renaissance SOAR Project, Fifth Street Renaissance Outreach Case Manager, 1 in a Million, who served 12 low to moderate income persons, and Mercy Communities. Mercy Communities and Fifth Street Renaissance provided assistance through the City of Springfield homeless initiatives to 2,378 homeless persons. The Facility and CARES Act funds were provided by a partnership between the city, Salvation Army, and the Continuum of Care, which allowed the operation of a year-round low-barrier shelter by the Salvation Army. The Continuum of Care and stakeholders are developing a strategic plan to achieve functional zero homelessness. The strategic plan process is being funded by stakeholders such as the City of Springfield, Sangamon County, and the Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln. The strategic plan will address gaps in service to the homeless. Regarding prior year programs continued during the current program year, Public Services had partial funding of the new Heartland Continuum of Care Coordinator position. This position was going to help provide continuity and eliminate gaps of service for the homeless. This person would oversee the HMIS, or Homeless Management Information System, funded by the city. HMIS is a centralized database for agencies providing homeless supportive housing. $87,189.12 were allocated to the Boys and Girls Club of Central Illinois to improve safety and ADA compliance in their facility and grounds at 300 South 15th Street. Approximately 900 youth were served. $80,000 was allocated to the Springfield Center for Independent Living for their ADA ramp and home modification program. $15,000 in the 2019 funds were used to make improvements to their facility. The project remains underway and is expected to be completed in the coming months. Provides ramps for people with disabilities and has identified 30 people in need of ramps. The increase in material costs, the allocated funds will provide for approximately 14 residential ramps over 2 years. $165,000 was allocated to the Phoenix Center facility for improvements to rehabilitate their permanent LGBTQ supportive housing facility, provide self-sufficient housing units to meet the needs of a COVID-19 housing environment, and is expected to be completed in the 2022 program year. Regarding affordable housing development, Kings Court completed 4-unit rental rehabilitations at 2641 East Cook Street. Growth International completed 4-unit rehabilitation at 833 North 7th. Growth International also completed a 4-unit rehabilitation at 1009 North 4th. $25 million is the amount of a redevelopment project for Poplar Place. This is a high-crime, dilapidated duplex housing complex that can be transformed into a less dense complex by converting some of the duplexes into single-family housing. The city is assisting with burying utility lines and the conversion of roads from private unit development to upgrade, meeting public road standards. 2021 was the second year of the city's newly updated consolidated plan. Due to COVID-19 and a significant staff turnover, the city was delayed in its implementation of many of its proposed projects. However, the city has addressed its staffing deficiencies and with a refocused outlook, looks forward to carrying out its planned activities as the nation slowly transitions out of its response to COVID-19. The city reallocated $400,000 of its funding in 2020 to the operation of a homeless shelter. While this does not deviate from the city's core goals and objectives, it's described in the consolidated plan, it did qualify as a substantial amendment and has been accepted by HUD. We'll now open the floor to public comments. Hearing none, I will call the meeting to a close and adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you. Tim, I believe we're done.